Hey guys, welcome back to another very interesting video of our channel Versatile Knowledge, and in this episode of the product show we will be taking a look at the Redmi K20 Pro, and I'll be discussing with you guys in detail about should you buy this smartphone in 2020. So this smartphone Redmi K20 Pro was launched last year in the month of July, and I've been using this as my daily driver since then, and it has been a really great smartphone in my experience, guys. Since we have already passed 3 months in 2020 and we are at a stage where there are smartphone companies which are launching smartphones like Realme X50 Pro, and we are also looking at the launch at the Mi 10 Pro in India as well. So in this time and date, should you buy the Redmi K20 Pro is the real question. I've been getting a lot of comments in the videos of my Redmi K20 Pro, like the unboxing video, the full in-depth review video, and also I've done 3 more videos about the Redmi K20 Pro in detail, the playlist of which I will be attaching in the links in the description. And in this video I will not be again going through the specs of this smartphone. Instead I will be specifically talking with you guys about the functionalities that have either improved or the functionalities which have actually decreased over the course of time. It's been almost 7 to 8 months since I've been using this as my daily driver. I've also used the OnePlus 7 smartphone, and also have used the OnePlus 7T smartphone, but this is a smartphone which has stuck upon me for a very long time since the launch. So now let's go ahead and talk about the first point which has actually given me great response, that is the performance of this smartphone. As we all know, this smartphone Redmi K20 Pro comes with the top of the line Snapdragon 855 processor. This particular model is a 6GB RAM and a 128GB storage model. So one of the most important things about the performance of this smartphone is it is exceptional and it has improved over a course of time. So when I purchased the smartphone, I did not actually face any lags or something, but the memory management of applications were not so good. After the update that we got for this smartphone, and because of the presence of the artificial intelligence engine of the Snapdragon 855 processor, the performance has actually improved. This is what I have actually noted down in my long-term usage of this smartphone. So the performance of this smartphone has improved by 10% is what I can say. App opening and app closing times, the animations have been slicker. The gaming performance in general has been exceptional. The game turbo boost mode that is present inside the smartphone is brilliant. There is no heating issues whatsoever, no matter how long I play games on this smartphone. So guys, the second important thing that I wanted to mention about this smartphone is in terms of the camera quality. So the rear camera is a 48 megapixel Sony IMX586 sensor, a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and an 8 megapixel telephoto lens. So the camera quality has actually been really good right from the launch of this smartphone, but over a course of time what I've actually felt is the camera quality has improved with regular usage. If you guys remember that I had told in my full in-depth review that I was not satisfied with the front camera performance. That 20 megapixel selfie camera that is present in this pop-up camera module was not that satisfactory for me. I was really facing the issues like the images are too bright in certain conditions, and images are washed out kind of. There are no particular details that have been retained. But with regular usage of the front camera and with applications such as the Gcam 7.2 mod APK, and also the update that we got, the front cameras have been really improved. I can say there has been at least 50% improvement in the front camera quality, and I have to really say that Redmi has done a great job in optimizing the front camera of this smartphone after the initial feedback that they got from the reviewers. On the first few units, what I actually felt is the front camera quality is washed out, as I said earlier, but now as you guys are seeing on the screen, the front camera quality has really improved. The details are really good, the pictures look really sharpened, but since this is a Xiaomi smartphone, that white color tones is actually persistent even today. So I can say the front camera performance have improved by 50% on this smartphone. So guys, now let's come to the third point that I felt really good about this smartphone after the use of this smartphone for 8 months is the screen quality and the media viewing experience. I will not go ahead with again the features, guys, but it has a 6.4 inch full HD plus Super AMOLED display, as you guys all know, and the media viewing experience has been exceptional from day one, guys. For the first few days of this smartphone, we were not able to watch full HD plus plus videos on this smartphone on the Amazon Prime Video platforms. But after the update, we got that Widevine L1 certification for Full HD Plus on Amazon Prime Video as well. On Netflix, we were able to watch from first as well, but on Amazon, we were not able to watch. But after the update, now we are able to watch Full HD Plus, videos on Amazon, on Netflix, and also on YouTube. And it also supports the HDR video playback. And if there are any HDR videos on this smartphone, the viewing experience is top notch. It is exceptional, guys. Since it has a pop-up camera on this smartphone, there is complete screen real estate for you to view your movies. It may be your TV shows or whatever you are watching. So there is complete full edge-to-edge viewing experience, so it helps you to get that complete screen real estate. And other things such as the battery life, the cellular call quality, the build quality, the cameras, the in-display fingerprint scanner, charging speed, and everything is absolutely fantastic, as I have said in my previous review videos. But the thing that I am really missing on this smartphone is what I'll be talking with you guys right now. So this smartphone lacks the UFS 3.0 storage. After I used the OnePlus 7T smartphone with the UFS 3.0 storage, I felt that read and write speeds really matter. Actually, the read and write speeds on the smartphone, when you're copying files from the laptop to your phone, or to your phone to your laptop, it gives a huge difference, guys. I shoot a lot of photos, I shoot a lot of videos on my smartphone, and while transferring those photos to my desktop or to my laptop, the difference it makes is actually really large, and hence UFS 3.0 storage is one of the important things that I actually miss on this smartphone. But don't worry, it is not a deal breaker. And another important thing that I really miss is the lack of stereo speakers. There is no stereo speakers on this device, guys. Don't get me wrong, the single speaker that is present on this smartphone is actually really loud and really crisp and really good. It is not bad at all. But when you're hearing a stereo speaker and when you're hearing a normal single speaker, I can explain in very simple words. Let's consider you have a television or a monitor that is present in front of you, and you have two speakers that is present on the left and on the right. And if one speaker is working, how bad does it sound? It feels like you're getting the sound from only this side, or it feels like you're getting the sound from only this side, depending upon how you hold the smartphone. So single speaker is just like that. Stereo speaker has to be present no matter what on a flagship smartphone as of 2020. So stereo speaker is one thing that I've really missed. But let's compare the features of this smartphone to the smartphones of 2020. 90 Hz refresh rate or 120 Hz refresh rate versus the 60 Hz on the Redmi K20 Pro. Is it a deal breaker is the first question. Not at all. PUBG Mobile in India doesn't support 90 Hz refresh rate. Call of Duty doesn't support 90 Hz refresh rate, and most of the third-party applications doesn't support 90 Hz refresh rate. It will be supporting in the next few days, but as of now it doesn't support, guys. So 90 Hz is not at all a deal breaker, guys. Unless you are doing your smartphone like this for all day, you will notice the difference. Otherwise 90 Hz doesn't make any much of a difference in real world. You can go ahead and see Geeky Ranjit's video about how important are certain specifications of a smartphone. You can go ahead and watch that video. You'll understand why actually 90 Hz is not much of a deal breaker. If you're using Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, Google Chrome browser, or any static web pages which has a 90 Hz support, then you will actually feel, or the general system UI which supports 90 Hz refresh rate, then you will actually feel slight much of a difference, guys. But you have to stop and think whether that feature is something that I actually really use on a daily basis. Is that a feature as important as having a stereo speaker, or having wireless charging, or having better cameras? That 90 Hz feature, is it a deal breaker for you? You have to go ahead and think. For me personally, 90 Hz is not at all a big thing. So second important thing that we are seeing this year is the punch hole cameras, and this has a pop-up selfie camera like Realme X50 Pro if we are considering. So punch hole camera, I personally feel neither punch hole nor the pop-up camera is the right way to go to integrate full screen smartphones. Pop-up selfie camera was the trend in 2019. punch hole will be a trend in 2020. That's it. I actually do not like the punch hole camera mechanism. It will disrupt the viewing experience. If you're watching 18:9 aspect ratio videos, fine. If you're watching 16:9 aspect ratio videos, fine. But if you're watching movies with 21:9 aspect ratio, it will be actually disturbing for watching those movies. That is my opinion, guys. But it's not a big thing, guys. You should not worry about it. Third important thing, 5G is a trend that we will be seeing in smartphones in 2020. This phone has 4G. 5G will not be implemented in India till 2021 end. So this is 2020. We still need 1.5 years of time to get 5G completely implemented. The telecom operators have done some internal testing, but you guys already know the situation of telecom operators. Even yesterday we saw news that telecom operators will be increasing the price of per GB of data for every telecom operators like Jio or Airtel or Vodafone or Idea, etc. That 5G thing will be implemented really slow in India. Maybe at the start of 2022, that is 2 years from now on, we can see full-fledged 5G in India. So 5G on this smartphone is not present, so it's not at all a deal breaker. So the fourth important thing that we are seeing in the smartphones this year is the ultra fast charging on the smartphones, like 30 watt, 45 watt, 50 watt, 55 watt and 65 watt. But this phone supports only 27 watt charger. That too, you have to purchase a charger separately, which costs 999 rupees. But the inbox charger is an 18 watt charger, as you guys all know. This charger on this smartphone is fast, guys. I'll not at all tell that it is slow. It is really fast. You have to go ahead and think which is the smartphone you are using currently, and are you thinking of upgrading that present smartphone to a Redmi K20 Pro? So that is the question you have to ask yourself, guys. Let's consider you are watching this video and you are using a Redmi Note 4, which is a 3-year-old smartphone, or you are using some Redmi Note 5 Pro, and you are planning to upgrade to a flagship smartphone upon exchange or something. Then you have to think, what is the charging speed on my current smartphone? What is the charging speed that I'm getting on the Redmi K20 Pro? And can you afford that 27 watt charger which is sold separately? Then that is a fantastic deal. You are getting 27 watt charging. You will get around 0 to 100. You can charge it around 75 minutes, if I'm not wrong, guys. Around 75 minutes is what you can get from 0 to 100. The fast charging on current day devices are even faster. You might feel it is a deal breaker. So as I already said, you have to go ahead and ask that question yourself. Now let's come to the verdict that should you go ahead and buy the Redmi K20 Pro in 2020 March? Again, the answer is in the question itself, guys. What is the current smartphone you are actually using? You have to just analyze yourself. What are the upgrades that you are really getting? What is the exchange value of the current smartphone that you are actually having? If you go ahead and see, the price of this Redmi K20 Pro is around 25,000 of sorts. Let's consider if you're having a Redmi Note 5 smartphone, you will get around 3,000 or 3,500 on exchange. So you will have to be paying 22,000 rupees for the Redmi K20 Pro, and at 22,000 rupees you are getting a great deal, guys. Snapdragon 855, 6 GB of storage, 128 GB of built-in memory. You have an ultimate Super AMOLED display. You have HDR10 support. You have great set of cameras at the back, great set of cameras at the front, fantastic battery life, ultimate gaming experience. You will not get a better gaming experience at that price range, if I am not wrong. So for example, if you're exchanging your old smartphone and you're getting at this smartphone at around 20,000 sorts of, then also it is a fantastic deal, guys. Let's just stand back and compare this smartphone to the recently released Vivo's iQOO 3 Pro, guys. What was the price of the smartphone? It is a 5G enabled smartphone and it priced at around 38,000 rupees. Cameras similar to Redmi K20 Pro. Display similar to Redmi K20 Pro. It also doesn't have a higher refresh rate. This also doesn't have a higher refresh rate. It also doesn't have a stereo speaker setup. This also doesn't have a stereo speaker setup. So you have to compare Snapdragon 865 and 855. What is the difference that you are getting? In Snapdragon 865, you are getting just 10 to 15% increase in Snapdragon 855. Just go ahead and buy the smartphone. Don't waste 15,000 more on the Vivo's iQOO. You're getting a better deal with Redmi K20 Pro than the Vivo's iQOO. So that's it for the verdict of should you buy the Redmi K20 Pro in 2020. So if you guys have understood these points, you can go ahead and make your purchase decisions. If you guys still have questions about this, should I be buying that, this and all, feel free to hit me in the comment section, guys. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions about it. If you guys have liked this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching.